Welcome to Taking Care of Your Business, ideas for leaders who are humble, hungry, and smart. This is the season when I plant my vegetable garden. And this year, I'm reminded of the many similarities between tending a healthy and productive garden and cultivating healthy and productive peer groups. As an amateur gardener, I feel lucky to live on the North Fork of Long Island, New York, an extraordinary agricultural region. The soil here is the legacy of glaciers, which advanced and then retreated, leaving behind thick deposits of mineral rich soil. And we're surrounded by a coastal microclimate, which reduces temperature extremes. People have farmed these lands for hundreds of years, and the land has been good to them. What on earth does gardening have to do with peer groups? A lot, actually, and I want to focus on four things. First, you got to cultivate the soil. Just as healthy soil is the foundation for a thriving garden, organizational culture is the bedrock of strong leadership. Thriving peer groups build trust and openness and create a safe space for dialogue and growth. One of the ways my peer groups do this is through our operating agreements. We have 12 of them. Things like check your ego at the door, be bold and set high goals, reserve judgment, and be genuinely curious. Each month when we meet, we take a few minutes to focus on these norms, to remind ourselves of the commitments we've made to ourselves and to the group in order to thrive. Second, you got to create the right conditions. A gardener doesn't really grow plants, they create the conditions for plants to grow. As the leader, my sole focus is to create an environment where people can thrive. Things like a clear vision, candid conversations about challenges and opportunities, accountability, and sharing ideas for building high-performance cultures. Third, you got to know your seasons. Timing is everything, and gardeners understand that each plant has a season. Similarly, leaders have to recognize when to sow ideas, when to let them grow, and when to harvest the results. In a similar way, timing is everything in peer groups. You got to know when to challenge someone and when to step back to allow them to reflect on how best to move forward. Finally, every gardener will tell you that you got to prune stuff to help it grow. Pruning removes dead or overgrown branches to direct energy toward what matters most. Peer groups play a vital role in helping leaders evaluate their strategies, their teams, and even their personal habits to identify what's no longer serving them and where to make tough cuts. How are you cultivating a culture around you to help you grow? Thanks for joining. Until next time, I'm Jeff Oak.